Welcome to FitLife Heroes. My name is Dhaval and I am your host. This is a platform on which I talk to best of fitness trainers and coaches to help you with your health and fitness. So if you are a fitness enthusiast who is looking for help on health and fitness, this is for you because you get to hear fitness from the horse's mouth. If you are a trainer or if you want to become a fitness trainer, this is definitely for you because this is where most successful trainers come in and share their secrets to success. So you don't want to miss on that. My next guest is a personal training guru. He is the one who can teach you the art of personal training, science of personal training, and business of personal training, all from one person. And if that has to be coming from one person, this is the guy you want to talk to. He has changed more than 10,000 lives. He has trained more than 1,000 trainers himself, and he comes with more than 16 years of experience in fitness industry. He wanted to be an actor, then went on to become a personal trainer, and we are thankful that he did because the kind of work that he has done is unparalleled. From nobody to the most successful trainer to the most successful founder or co-founder of a fitness training company. He was also the fitness training manager for Fitness First Bangalore and Mumbai. He has trained celebrities as well. He was my mentor, my coach when I wanted to learn personal training, and even now he is the person I go up to when I'm looking for help on my personal training business or my personal training skills. He is also known as the fitness Bonk, and I'm not going to tell you his name because you're going to see him next on the screen. Right, thank you Pratik for taking time out and coming to this show. We're happy to have you here.
Thank you for calling me.
You are always welcome, and I'm sure there is a lot to learn even today in spite of learning a lot from you already. So let's start in this typical way, the way I start with. What makes Pratik Rao, which means what make you come into fitness industry? Because you've been here for more than 15 years now.
Yeah, it's 16 years now.
16 years, and 16 years back fitness wasn't what it is right now. So how did you become a fitness trainer?
If you actually ask me when I was age of 25, I want to be an actor.
Okay.
Purely Mumbai boy who thinks that Bollywood is everything. I tried my luck also for almost 2-3 years, but I didn't succeed. And then my neighbor who made my life change, he made me realize that the next industry which is going to grow is fitness industry. Mm-hmm. And when he saw me at the age of 25 with the height, with the body and the way I talk to people, the way I connect with people, and I say my smile, which was he feels that which will be good for fitness industry, he gave me the guidance. He said, please go in fitness industry and see how it is.
Okay.
And after that, I've never looked back. I'm very happy to be in fitness industry.
Good. We are happy that you are here because I know the number of people that you have coached, trained, and they are now successful trainers, including myself, if I call myself successful. So thank you for being here. So how did you start? When you say I want to become a fitness trainer, like somebody told you do it, how did you start? What was the first step?
I did first Lina Mogre course, which 16-17 years back it was very famous. Mm-hmm. I did my aerobic course, I did my strength and conditioning certification. Then I joined Powerhouse, which is in Andheri Lokhandwala, which is the perfect place to start with all the strugglers being there. Mm-hmm. And thereafter, and that situation was a little tough for me because all bodybuilders were there and I was only one guy, lean guy, standing in front of everyone. It was a lot of challenge that time I faced, but I overcome by doing my education more of certification helped me out.
Okay, so we're going to talk a lot about education and certification in the next section where we talk about trainers and their journey.
Yeah.
So now I'm sure it's not been easy. 16-17 years, first of all, it's a huge time, and surviving in fitness industry, which is not an organized sector. What were the biggest challenges that you faced, or if you could name one or two, which you think was the biggest roadblock that you have overcome?
I think 6 packs.
Okay.
That's the biggest challenge what I faced from day one until now, because till now people think that fitness is all about 6 packs and nothing else. It's just that, and I think it's actual. That's not a real story what people see. That's one challenge. Second, education, because when I did my certification and I did one after another certification, the acceptance in the audience of our fitness audience was not good. Because for them it was like he's over smart. That was the biggest challenge for me when I used to stand in front of trainers, when I used to meet them and I used to have manage them. I had a challenge to make them understand that education is most important when you do fitness, because if you don't know about the subject, you can't teach anyone. Making your own body is different and making someone else's body is different. So you need to understand the difference between that, and that's why you need to upgrade yourself to overcome the challenge, and I think that's the biggest challenge I had.
So you understood that having six packs or having big biceps is different than making somebody else have six packs or biceps very early on, but the challenge was to tell people or explain it or make them understand that this is education and not what you've done.
Apart from that, I also see the challenge where my family used to think that you're earning only 10,000 rupees or 12,000 as a trainer. You know, that was the biggest challenge, because at that time every family wants the kid to be a doctor, engineer or something else. And being I was in the fitness industry, they thought that it'll never make my life. You'll never earn money, you'll never become a big person in your life, you'll never be able to buy, you'll never be able to get married, and no girl will get married to you because you are in the industry where you get only salary of 10,000 or 15, which is now the same. If you see, 16 years back also people used to get 10,000 salary, now also trainers get 10,000, 15,000, which is really sad. That's I think that's also a challenge I faced. But I overcome the challenge by proving them wrong, and where my salary went from 10,000 to 1 lakh rupees. And that time I was the top trainer who was having salary as a 1 lakh in Mumbai. So that was a fantastic journey of my life.
Yeah, so there is a lot to learn for trainers and coaches from you. So we're going to talk about that later. So now you've trained hundreds or thousands of people by now. You've trained hundreds of trainers. One of the things that comes is motivation. You motivate people to do what they have to do.
Yeah.
Where do you get motivated from?
It's a little tough question, but I think life challenges, I get motivation. Whenever life throws me difficult challenges, I never give up. I make sure that I push myself. That's one. And second, my purpose of my life, I'm very clear. Because when I get up in the morning, I know what I want in my life, which keeps me pushing in my life. I think that's very much important. Every human being should know their purpose of their life. If they're very clear with that, I think you don't need outside motivation. It's from inside. You will get motivated and you will work. When you get up in the morning, you should not think twice or once also. It's just, I want to do this because this is my life purpose. So I'm very clear about my life purpose.
Okay. So it's the purpose, that the clarity that you have, that okay, today morning when you wake up, this is what you got to do.
Yes.
And that's why you don't need motivation from outside, is what you're saying. Alright, so that was interesting. Now, the next thing is about your, day-to-day life. Now, making people fit versus keeping yourself fit. And one of the things that I'm sure you resonate with, a lot of people think that if you are a trainer, you're fit by default. Now that doesn't really happen. So how do you keep yourself fit?
Actually, I think people think that trainers have different genes. I say no, we are same human being like others, but what we teach, we follow that also. My teaching is very clear. I make people to move. I am a movement specialist, so I feel that, and my brand, our company brand, where my partner Milan, we both believe that when we move, your life changes. Your body has to move, your brain has to move, think. So my exercise differs every day. Someday I do yoga, someday I do walk, someday I do run, someday I do use TRX, someday I do in the gym. Sometimes it's been 15 days I've gone to gym. As a New Year resolution, I've not gone to gym, but I have been working out for 15 days. So it doesn't make me necessary to hit the gym every day. It's been 15-20 days I've not gone to gym, so I'm happy and I'm more fit. I can challenge any 20-year guy today also. Being at 43, I can still challenge 20-year guy that let's work out together and see who can move better.
Okay. So the biggest thing that I can catch out of this is going to gym is not equal to keeping yourself fit.
That's true. might be today, if what I'm going to tell now, fitness industry will question that. But if you see the today's people, the normal aam janta, if you see, what they need doesn't match with fitness gyms.
Okay.
The equipment doesn't make them fitter. Space doesn't make fitter. AC doesn't make fitter. It's a human being. Okay, so they need a personal trainer, or they need a coach in their life who can teach them where to start and how to continue their workout and how to get the result. They need someone who guides them. So machine can't guide them. Okay, location can't guide them. It's a human being. So every human being who wants to achieve something in life has to have a coach. Like in teaching, in school doesn't make a difference. The teacher who makes a difference, right? So that's same way in the health industry also. It's a coach who makes a difference. It's not the gym makes a difference. So I'm very clear from so many years of understanding that you give importance to your coach. Listen to him. Follow him what he says. And 100% you'll get it because he has an experience, he has education, qualification, and he's a guy who will make you to move better and get better results. So I think invest in a coach rather than investing on the health club. I think that's the biggest thing I always tell people also.
So I think I resonate with this idea because it was yesterday. So I had an event. I just came back from the event, and every time I come back from an event, I'm thinking mode. And I was thinking like, what are the mistakes that people are making and why people are not becoming fit the way they have to is we look for the best gym, that which is the best gym in my area, which gym has the best equipment which has come from US or imported stuff. How often do people check about who is a trainer in that gym? What qualification and how many people have that trainer changed their life? What transformation does it bring? Transformation not being the six-pack transformation, but in their fitness, in their health. So I think this was very interesting that you talked about it because I know the kind of experience and the knowledge that you come from. It's more about the trainer. I always believed in that, but now that you're saying that, it kind of puts a stamp on it for me.
It's not like being a 16 years. I'm putting a stamp on it. It's a clear logic and it's a clear understanding. If I don't have a clear mindset as a member to work out, if I don't see myself every day going to gym, I'm not going to continue. If I don't see myself walking, I'm not going to do it. Now, if you select that I want to go to gym and you have never done a workout before, the machine is not going to teach you anything.
Exactly.
It's a trainer, a coach who is there in the health club who is going to teach you. So my advice to every health club also is that please hire a qualified trainers. And also members, please start your journey under your coach. Rather struggling and then understanding that 6 months is over, 1 year I didn't achieve anything, and then thinking about hiring a coach. Better start from today. The day one you enter, you first think with your mindset that okay, I want to achieve this goal. I want to start with the right person, the right coach. I think that will make a huge difference in people's life, and people will achieve much more better health goals. And they will stick to their journey of fitness rather than just leaving after 2 months, 3 months, trying and error everything. And it's better to start with the coach.
So not trying things on their own, just learn from an expert is what you're saying.
Yes, purely.
Alright, so in our next section, we specifically going to talk about fitness enthusiasts and what advice you have for them. So we will talk about that. Alright, so now let's talk about continuing what you said about fitness. So especially for gym members or fitness enthusiasts, people who want to get healthy, who want to get fitter, there are a lot of myths, especially the mainstream media, and a lot of things that we just hear from people. They are not trainers, they are not coaches, but they just have advice, right? So that's a lot of myth. What do you think are the biggest myths that people carry, and what should be the real thing they should do?
So being in Bangalore now for 10 years and being a Bombay boy, I moved here now. I become a complete Bangalorean. Okay, I'm a Bangalore boy now because 10 years, my son is born here. I got married here, so I'm a Bangalore boy. I see two things which is going wrong, or in terms of a lot of talks happening. One is about the food, vegan diet, keto diet. So a lot of things I see on Facebook, a lot of things I see people talking about it. That's one thing I want to talk. And second thing is I see people running. I think the amount of people in Kaban Park and Lal Bagh I don't see in the gym also. Okay, so that's little number of gyms. So many number of gyms are there. Still, people go to Lal Bagh and Kavan Park. So these two things which I want to talk about myth. Let's talk about the forever food. Okay. Being I'm also a nutritionist, and I realize at later stage that it's not about specific diet in terms of keto diet you follow or vegan diet. It's about your body, and it's about what's your need today. Okay, if I am in this profession and my lifestyle is this, what food suits me, what I like, and what is healthy food option I have, I think people should go for it. Because if I am not able to sustain that food pattern throughout my lifestyle, then doesn't make sense. If I am going for vegan for 2 months and then I go back to my normal other diet, body is not going to help you. If a keto diet I follow for 1 month and then go back to normal life, it's not going to happen. So any food pattern or any food which you feel that you can sustain your life and which is healthy, I think it's amazing. And I always prefer home cooked food. I'm a person who doesn't believe in the packed food. I believe in home cooked food. So I carry my food along with myself. So I never see it's a vegan food or keto diet. Actually, it has to be colorful. It should be more of colorful. It has to be more portion. But I feel what is enough for me. So that's what I follow in the food. Plus second, I feel today everyone think that running is the way of losing fat or getting fit. I think it's a one of the way. It can't be only the way of fitness. So please understand, I'll tell the audience that balance your workout. Some of yoga, some of strength training, some of cardio, and playing with the kid is also a fitness. So please don't overdo it, because then injury happens to you, and then doctors and physiotherapists will make more money than amount of calories you burn or you lose fat. So that's what is happening. The amount of, I am understanding now with physiotherapy that people are talking to me that Pratik, I'm getting more people audience from running. And also the new trend of strength and conditioning of CrossFit, which is also going high in market, where they don't realize that do I fit to that. They don't see that, and they go and they get injury, and then take a bed rest and they're out of the fitness. So this is the three myths I would say, that have balanced workout and balanced diet, and you will go forever. You'll be fit forever, not for time period.
So the calorie counting part, the ketos and vegans, or any of the name that you can put to a diet, it's not for normal people like us. It's not necessary. In a way, it's not necessary, or it's not the only way to...
I say it's not only way of living a life. You can have, if you feel like keto food is giving you results and you can sustain throughout your life, please continue. I have no issue for that, but it's challenging. It's difficult for a body also to go for longer period keto diet. And vegan, it's a talk a lot about it. If your body suits with vegan, please continue. I have no issues with that also. But don't make as only one solution of a life. That's only I have an issue with the myth about the fitness.
So to just clarify it is like, one, before you choose something, decide or think whether it's going to be sustainable. Can you do it repeatedly every day for almost all of your life? If the answer is yes, go for it. Or look for a better alternative if you have, because these are not the only choices. There are decent, more simpler, easier choices available.
Which, as you've been in the nutrition industry now and you're doing online, I think connect to you and they can get the answer for it.
Sure. And I wanted to talk about running now, which you talked about. A lot of people resort to running. Now, again, running is a good exercise, as you rightly said, but it's not the only way. So the message that I get is that if you are running, go run. It's not that Pratik Rao says don't run. What you are trying to say is, if you are running, balance it with some other strengthening so that you don't hit injury. Or don't overdo it, is what you're saying.
Any overdoing is overtraining, or overdoing your food eating also, it affects your body, which is not good.
And coming to the CrossFit part, and which you said, so CrossFit is strength and conditioning, and it is high intensity. It is good if you enjoy it, but before you think you enjoy it, are you ready for it? Is your body ready for it? Does that assessment needs to be in place? Somebody got to either themselves or hire a coach or somebody and say, am I fit to do it? Is the way they should go for CrossFit?
Because it's a layer of fitness where you stand. It's level stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, where I feel the CrossFit stands at 4 or 5 level higher.
Okay.
And people who have never done a workout, they are in the 0 level.
Okay.
The first is their internal body health. Their internal organs are fine. Then second, their body movements are better. Then other things comes in. But if directly someone is jumping to conditioning, strength and conditioning or a CrossFit, he's born to get injury. He's born to get injury, and then you'll be off track. So that's the only, it's harmful, but it's on the 5th stage.
Okay.
And you're at the 0 stage. So 0, 1, 2, 3, you have to climb, and then you reach to 5th.
Okay. So climb the ladder to reach the
Yes,
CrossFit.
that's what it is.
All right. So now, having bursted some of the biggest myths around, if you want people to take home one message, that what should they do to become fit, and especially this is going to be like early stages of 2020. A lot of people have fitness as resolutions, and they want to transform their body, they want to get healthier, which is good, because I believe if resolution is giving you that motivation and you're doing it, just go for it. It's not that resolutions are bad. So whatever way you do it, just do it. So what is that one line message or one message you want people to take home to improve their health?
I think the biggest message I would give to people is, which I follow, is your thoughts.
Okay.
Your mindset. First, work on it. The body will automatically follow it. If your brain is not connected to your need or your understanding of fitness, you will never be able to achieve your goals. So please work on your thought process, work on your mindset. Look at yourself, whether that fitness, what you're doing suits you, you are connected to it, please carry forward. Then you will sustain it. If your thought process is something different, and when you hit the gym and you realize, oh no, this is not where I look myself. So if you feel group exercise where you see yourself, I can dance for 1 hour, I like to be with the group, it's good for you. If you feel I want lonely, I want to build up a strength, I can lift heavy weight, that's what I look myself in your mind. But if you don't prepare yourself before reaching to the gym, you're not going to achieve anything in life. So I think for everything in life, everything to achieve, this has to be very clear. And fitness also. I used to learn from first day, mind and body has to be connected, but I never understood that. But after 6 years, 7 years down the line, I realized that if I'm not clear from here, I'm not going to get my body in alignment. So that's the biggest message for people, get your thought process, get your mindset very clear about your health and give importance to it and love yourself. That's what my biggest advice to people.
Okay. So being mindful about the choices that they are making, it should not be because Pratik Rao said CrossFit is good, I will go and do CrossFit. I should understand, am I ready for it? Is that something I enjoy? Is what you're saying?
Yes, apart from that also have a good thought. When I'm going to gym, I'm going to get results.
Okay.
That thought if I am not have, I am not. If I'm going to Dhaval to have a nutrition coach, if I have so many questions regarding doubts, and if I don't clear the doubts in my brain, I'm not going to get result out of your nutrition, what I'm going to take it from you. Same way, if you're doing running, your thought should be very clear that I'm going to get result out of it.
Okay.
That has to be clear in your thought process, because people doubt us so much. Okay. When they stand, the main worry is, am I completed 1 hour workout? Am I hit all the muscles? Am I doing 7 days workout? Am I doing right protein? Am I doing right pre-workout? Am I taking BCAA rightly? So there's so much of stress of thinking of other things rather than quietly thinking that, because you can self-heal also and you can make self-work body also by only thought process. That's the biggest thing which people should start thinking fitness in. The thought process is very much important.
So going with a positive mindset and yes, thinking about good things that will happen out of that and not taking that as a stress.
Yes.
Because we already have enough of stress.
Don't make fitness as another stress in your life, because then you will give up.
So Pratik, now let's talk about fitness trainers and fitness industry. You've mentored a lot of them, you've seen the industry and you've seen the industry change over a period of time. And for me, this is the most interesting section of all the interviews that I do. When people come to you as either fresh trainers or advice, what characteristics do you see, or you see that for successful trainer, if somebody has to be a successful trainer in this industry, what characteristics are most important as per you?
For me, I've divided into 3 sections. If I look at hiring a trainer, or when I talk to a new trainer comes who wants to talk to me and take a guidance, basically on his attitude, skill and knowledge. Okay, that's what I look at from. Attitude is he should be a people's person.
Okay.
Most important person. Because if you are not people's person, this industry is not for you.
Okay.
Second, you need to be result oriented. You need to be a result oriented. Your attitude is to help people, give them a value and get them a result. That's the most biggest attitude of what I think. If I look at a skill, rapport building is a skill. If I'm looking at business skills, sales, he need to know sales. If he doesn't know about the sales, and he should understand human body.
Okay.
So understanding of human body skill, how to assess that skill he should understand. And knowledge, basic foundation is necessities. If you don't do basic foundation, I think you should not call yourself a trainer.
Okay.
You should not. Then comes your upgrading your knowledge after you understand your USP, that which client I want to cater, and then you upgrade your self knowledge. So that's where I see them, that if these three things they have in attitude, skill and knowledge, I'll definitely hire them or take them to the next level. I'll give my guidance to them.
Okay. So if I were to summarize it or understand attitude, which is to actually help people. It's not about machines and exercise, it's about people is what you're saying. If we are talking about people, we are changing their lives. The attitude is about people, being with them, for them is what you're looking at.
It's not about how much I can do it. Okay, how I look in the mirror, and how I can perform the exercise. It's how I can make someone else to perform the exercise. How can I make them motivation? How can I can make them to trust on me? Because if I'm not a people's person, I'll be standing as a statue or a bodyguard next to a member or next to a machine. And that's what I see most of the trainers doing it. I always tell them that you need to be people's person. You need to understand. People should trust you. And that only happens when you have a good communication skill also. That's also the biggest important thing. But that's the attitude you should be people's person. You should not be a bouncer standing in the health club where people say, I don't want to go and talk to him. That should not be there.
Alright. And now talking about the skill part. So what you're saying is skills to sell, skills to build rapport with people, because you're talking to people, make them do what they should do and what you think is right for them.
Which makes communication skill is most important skill also, apart from the rapport, because if you don't have communication skill, I don't feel that English is only a way of communicating with the people. If you're good in Kannada, if you're good in Tamil, it's good, because if your audience is that, there is no problem. But if your audience is in English, people talking, and you need to have a good communication skill to have one-on-one with them. You can ask them questions, right questions, you get answers, you understand them. You can put forward your point of view and you can put forward what knowledge you have. If you don't have good communication, you can't build up a rapport and you can't do business. And business is, understanding is very much important.
And the knowledge part that you talked about is understanding of human body and the way it works. So exercise and nutrition and science behind exercise and nutrition is what you're talking about. Alright, so that's the key characteristics that you would look for. Now, coming to the misconceptions, a lot of people who are either starting as trainers, some of them were already as trainers for some time, and even when I was talking to Milind, one of the things is that a lot of people now want to come into fitness industry, but when they're looking from outside, they have certain misconceptions that this is what it is, this is how it works. So what are the misconceptions that trainers or upcoming trainers have about fitness industries that you want to kind of clear out?
There are 2-3 myths which I want to talk and clear it out. First myth is people think when I enter into fitness industry, it's a profession of where I'm going to change the people's body. That's a profession they think. So when you think of a profession, you forget that this is also a business. This is also a business. If you don't think like a businessman when you're doing your work, then you will wait for the customers to come to you. You will never go to customer first. Plus you will not do marketing. And there will be no structure or system you're going to follow in your work. So people land up in a job and they feel that, then they start blaming to the environment, saying that gym is not providing me this, members are like this, trainer's life is like this. And that's why I always tell the trainers that don't think this is a job, or it is a business, you're doing it. And be smart into it. Understand the sales strategy, understand the marketing strategy. You are yourself a walking billboard of yourself. You're a product. When you're talking to people, you're a product. Okay, so you're doing business, you're selling yourself.
Okay.
So if I'm going to think like I have done certification, I understand, and that's the second majority, that if you do ACE, that's your life, and that's what trainers has to do. And once you've done ACE, you have done everything.
Okay.
So you start with ACE and end with ACE. That's what they think about, which is what makes them to stand on the floor like a statue.
Okay.
So I don't think only doing ACE is going to help you to make you a good, successful personal trainer or a personal professional fitness expert. I don't think so. And so please, I'll say trainers that don't take that point of view that only ACE only make you a perfect trainer. It's not that way. It's everything. Apart from ACE, also there are a lot of things you have to do it to become a better trainer.
Okay.
So don't put a crown in your head that once I've done ACE, I know everything.
Okay.
And that's a wrong way of looking at the business. So that's the two things which I would give a younger generation who thinks that ACE is everything to start and end. And second, this is a business. This is not a salary or a job where you stand and you wait to things to happen. You have to create your own business.
So what you're saying is that personal branding part of reaching out to people using marketing is what we call it as, and also understanding that this is a business, how money flows, how people come in, how people go in is important to be a successful trainer.
Yes.
Even if they are not owning a gym, they need to know this, is what you're saying.
In the gym, you are doing business.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah. And the other part which you talked about ACE, right? Now, so that's very interesting because now ACE has become so popular, which is good because there's a lot of valuable education that we get. But there's this one section of people who are not ACE certified or who have not done ACE, feel that they're inferior to others. The people who have done ACE, a lot of them think that people who have not done are inferior to them.
And they are superior.
And they are superior. And one of the things that I've come across is, once they do ACE, they think that this is what my last thing is. I've done ACE. What else do you want me to do? It's like, so what you said was very interesting, that ACE is not the start of the journey, neither the end of the journey. It's part of the journey is what you're saying.
Yes.
So there's a lot more to learn after it, which in fact I realized as soon as I finished it, I'm like, oh, I have a lot more to go for. And then if you're not there yet, doesn't mean you don't hold value. It's part of the journey. It could be your next step. And if you're already ACE certified, there is also a next step for you. So it's the journey that
it's a both. If when you say theory and practical about people to understand, if you learn and you don't implement it, the value is zero. Only having certificate and putting on the backside of your house somewhere wall that I have a certification, but you have not changed people's life and you're not able to implement what you have studied, I think it's a waste.
Okay.
And that's what the new generation is doing it.
Okay.
They are wasting their certification. They are not using it properly. And that's where me and Milan, we want to play a different role in people's life, that what are you going to do after certification?
Okay.
So as a Triofit, that's our goal of 2020, because 16 years I've seen struggling trainers.
Okay.
And very few names who are made their names.
Okay.
And very few parents wants their kid to become a trainer. Okay. And very few, and so we want to make this profession as where people see money, respect, growth, and we will change the entire fitness industry, because we need a good trainer, a good coach in the industry, which we are missing, and that's why industry is, I know which side is going.
Okay. Sure. So Milan did talk about little bit when I spoke to him. So again, coming to this, next point of this is, we talked about ACE, it being part of the journey and not the journey or the goal itself. Now, how important is continuous education for a trainer?
Okay. This I will share a story with you that which I think a lot of people have questions regarding it because they search online. When I used to write myself an ACE trainer. Okay. I've done my ACE 16 years back. 16 years back. But the biggest mistake I did is, being I was doing continuous education, my CSE points were there, I never renewed it again.
Okay.
And that's my biggest mistake I did. And I want all the boys who are listening today, please don't do that. Renew your CSE points and upgrade your ACE continuity or certificate. But that doesn't mean that I have not grown in my life. Okay. I have implemented it and I have upgraded. I have done from the foot to the brain. Education upgradation, that which will help people to change their goals, health goals, to achieve their goals and to sustain their health. So it's important to upgrade yourself, but don't do mistake what I have done, but keep upgrading. Don't think that today I have learned and that's enough. I've done my ACE, enough, I've done everything. No. You realize that after doing ACE, you don't know how to sell PT. Okay, then how you learn. Then you realize when I did in ACE, I did assessment, I don't know how to correct the exercise, how to get him back to normal. Okay. So there's a different way of learning. Then if you say in ACE, after he's doing that, someone says, I want to into sports. Okay. Then how are you going to get out of this? So you need to understand your niche, you need to understand your USP, what you want to be, which is your client base, and on that base you need to keep upgrading yourself. So learning should not stop anytime. I think if you stop learning, I think your brain will stop functioning and there will be no life. I think that's what I have learned from my experience.
Okay. So the interesting part of your story, it is very different from other trainers, right? A lot of people that we see and I talk to is, one, they haven't upgraded. In your case, you did so many certifications, and what I understand for the technical terms, like for the trainers, they would understand is you had CECs, which is continuous education credits or points, which were good enough for you to renew your AS, but just because of, what is the reason? Why did you do it?
I think lack of awareness, and I didn't feel value at that time. Okay. 15 years back, very few ACE trainers used to be there in the market, and people used to only see your body. Okay. If you have a good body, people should hire you as a personal trainer. So I wasn't also in that flow of, okay, people only hire if you have a good body. Then later on, when I joined Fitness First, my life changed, and then I realized, because there was purely a competition of knowledge. Okay. It's pure competition of knowledge, and I was a trainer, and there I became a senior personal training manager, where I also trained the trainers to become a trainer, and that's where I realized that I should have done it, but I don't think so my life stopped if I have not done it. It's still there because I'm upgrading myself and I'm implementing for my people. So it's only having the tag of ACE, I don't think it's only worth it. You should be able to implement it.
Yeah, that's good. That you learn. Now from your mistake, what we learn is, one, make sure that we are learning.
Yes.
And once we are learning and we have those continuous education credits, make sure we go and renew AS, because there is no harm in doing it. It's always an advantage because you're still keeping yourself as part of the community.
You will learn new fitness trends coming in the market, because today's industry, if I see the trainers only believe in there are still trainers who believe in only doing traditional workout. Okay. They don't want to add anything new in their life or in the way of training to themselves or to train others. And this is where fitness is lacking. Okay. So gym has TRX, but it's hanging. Gym has a medicine ball, which is full of dust. Okay. And gym has Bosu ball without air. Okay. So there are a lot of things, equipments which is there, industries, gym owners are getting into it, but trainers are not using it. They are hesitant because they are not upgraded themselves, and they copy from YouTube. And how much you can copy from YouTube if you don't know the foundation of how to use Bosu ball or how to use TRX, and that makes a huge difference.
Okay, so that YouTube is an interesting point, right? So a lot of people, and in fact all of us, go to Google to search content, go to YouTube to search content. And I remember when we were talking about, and one of the interesting point that you made was, it's not wrong to search the content. What you're searching for makes the difference. So do you want to talk a little bit about that?
It's what happens if I don't know my basic foundation of certain thing, then all exercise looks me sexy exercise. Okay. Which I want to make sure that my client does, and he cries and he sweat, and that's what my expectation is. That's what trainer does. But actually when you see the Google, when you search, you say, if what I've learned, how others are using it. Is it my way of thinking and the trainer which is teaching makes sense, what I've learned makes sense? If it doesn't make sense, I will not do it. If he's teaching better than me, then I'll take it and use it. Okay. There are some times when I do a corrective exercises for the people, I go to the YouTube channels, Instagram, Facebook, and I follow some trainers who have millions of followers, not because of how they look, but the way how they teach people. Okay. And then I study it and I say, okay, what he's doing different. How he's using the mobility different, stability different, how he makes people do workout, how he programs his workout, and then I see it makes sense to me, because what I've learned, this is what he's teaching me, and he's doing better than that. And why should not I follow it? So not blindly follow it, understand the science behind it. That will make you a better trainer.
So it's more about learning from people, understanding it, deciding if it is
Good
for
for your
your client or
Yes.
not, and then implement it.
Yes.
It's not that because Pratik Rao has a YouTube channel where he says this is a workout format, because it's Pratik Rao, I just take it and do it.
First of all, I do on myself.
Okay.
I want to feel the muscles and I want to feel the joint which is working or not. If I am able to do it and I am able to feel it, and I feel that this is for Dhaval, this is for Milan, this is for Monmi, I say okay, this exercise goes for Dhaval, this goes for Monmi, this goes for Milan.
Okay.
I will not blindly give everyone the same exercise. So I do first myself. Can I do myself? Can I do myself handstand? Then only I'll give Dhaval handstand. Can I do chin-ups? Then only I'll give chin-ups to you. I see trainers, they themselves forms are so pathetic and they expect the client to do 100% right, which is, it's never going to happen.
Okay. So that brings to the next question is, how important is your health, your fitness as trainers compared to, like when you say you want to make your clients do something. So if I am not able to do it, then what right do I have to make them do it?
Look, I believe in that. There was a time in between where I realized that I was not fit enough to train. I stopped training. I said, let me get myself fit. For some reason about at home what was happening, that I was not able to work or focus on my workout. I stopped. I said, no, first let me get myself fit. Because wearing jacket on your t-shirt is the right solution what people think today's trainers. They say my tummy will be hide and everything will be hidden in that jacket, and that's what I see most of the trainers doing in the health clubs and in the floor also. They don't do workout, they just instruct. Where the learning what we learned in school, fitness school, is first show them, then tell them what is happening and then ask them to do it. You can't directly tell them to do it. First show them how to do it, then tell them which are the joints, which are the muscles are working, and then ask them to do it. You can't directly ask them to do it, because then they can't perform, because they're doing that exercise first time. They've never seen it, they don't know what is happening, they'll never do right. And that's what sometimes I stop going to gym to work out, because I see that. And I feel irritated about it, that I can't help that member, or neither I can help the trainer, that he's doing wrong and members doing wrong. So I stopped going to gyms, certain gyms. I said I don't work out there, because I think it's horrible the way they do it. Sometimes I go and talk to them, trainers. I take the trainers aside and I make them understand that this is what mistake you did it, this is what you have to learn. Please understand that, don't make people such workout, they will get injury. Sometimes I talk to member directly. I say, can I help you, the exercise, what you are trying to do it, try to do this first, this is the way it has to be done, this is the way your body alignment, and then you do it. I think that makes a huge difference.
So the understanding that I get out of this is, get yourself good enough, qualified enough to make people do something. For example, it does not need to be 6 packs, right? It doesn't need to be 6 packs that if I have 6 packs, I can train people.
You should look fit. Fit has a different meaning. Okay, 6 pack is, I think, the way the social media and the way the top trainers are showing that everyone should have 6 pack. And I think if you can, please go ahead. If you can't, don't get disappointed with that. You should be able to have at least flat stomach. I think that is possible. That is possible. I'm not saying 6 pack. Everyone has a 6 pack inside, but then your fat percent has to go down, and then you're able to maintain it, which is not possible. Be honest to yourself and to the audience. It's not possible. So have a flat stomach and look good. Stand upright. Posture should be good, and you should look like you're doing workout. You should not look like he's just slouching. His stomach is coming out. A big paunch he has, and he gives the excuse of I'm in a gaining phase. That's an excuse every audience, every trainer gives, that someone tells you, yeah, your stomach is coming out. Sir, I'm in the gaining phase.
Yeah, that was interesting. Now coming to the next question is, we talked about fitness, education on exercise, you talked about nutrition. How important is learning other than exercise and nutrition for a trainer? Because you talked about business and personal branding, marketing. How important is that?
I think it's very important. That is the biggest thing also nowadays trainers are missing it. But to get anyone fit, you need to understand human behavior.
Okay.
And that's the biggest topic a trainer should learn about human behavior, how human reacts to a certain situations, how he reacts, how his mood is today, and you need to be in his shoes sometimes to see. Not every time you have to be in the shoe. How Dhaval is training with me, I need to know is Dhaval is coming through the stressful day-to-day life, or how it is human, how he reacts to the workout. Then he should know about your business, how you want to do business, how you do social media, which I am very poor, which I am working on it. After being 16 years industry, now I'm working on social media. That's the biggest mistake I've done it. I have not worked on social media. You'll not find me much active on social media, but I'm active on ground level, but not on the social media, which I'm challenging myself 2020 that I want to focus. So these are the things which I think, apart from physical education, apart from nutrition, you need to know about human behavior pattern, how it works, how they understand. Then about business, about sales, about social media, branding, and also Excel sheet. You need to know how to use laptop. I think the biggest challenge, if I see in the health clubs, if I ask someone to type something on laptop, they are like, sir, that we can't do it, which I think is also important part in fitness industry, because it's growing, it's moving in a different direction. It's not a old school that lift dumbbells and go home and sleep and eat protein as much you want. It's changed. It is dynamic, has changed. So we have to work a lot apart from physical fitness and nutrition.
Okay, so that human behavior part was very interesting, because nobody or not many people talk about it when it comes to fitness, because everybody says go learn exercise, go learn nutrition and this thing. So that was very interesting. How do you think it impacts the way you get results for your client?
It's a huge. It's a look. You are asking someone to adapt a new habit in his life.
Okay.
That's the biggest challenge. Because he knows early morning to have coffee. He knows that he wants to have this at this particular time. मेरा chart time में हो गया, my Saturday night drink हो गया, Friday night drink हो गया. That habit has been there. You're adding something different in his life, which he has never done before. So you need to understand that how you're going to get that habit in their life, about healthy eating, going to gym or going to workout, mindset, everything. And so that's very much important. So creating a new habit in someone's life, you need to understand his behavior, how he takes their habit, the willpower, the thought process towards behind it, about the new thing, what he thinks about it. Does he give value 1 out of 10, or he gives only 1, which is lowest and 10 is the maximum. If he gives 4, 5, he's never going to sustain that. Okay. So that's why your questionnaires makes huge difference to understand human behavior. Does he able to sustain it or not? Because your plan has to change according to it. Okay. What you're going to talk to him, what motivation you're going to give him, whatever workout you're going to give him, all these things.
So just because Pratik Rao says go stop drinking, or people don't stop drinking?
No way. No way. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I need to understand them. First of all, why they drink. Okay. I'm not a psychologist guy who can help them, but at least I know that I can make him understand, if you drink so much, if you smoke so much, okay, this is going to happen to your life. This is the way it is. Let's cut down one at a time and focus on it. Okay. How I can get into that habit. Let's say, okay, 10 minutes of workout. Can you do 10 minutes? I say, yes, I can do 10 minutes. Get the 10 minutes workout. Okay. It's not 1 hour or half an hour, 2 hour workout. 10 minutes also will give you results. That's what
Something is better than nothing.
Yes, always.
Let's talk about Pratik in 2020. In sense, we're starting the year 2020. I'm sure you have future plans and things. So what are you up to?
Like, as a company called Triofit, where Milan and me are the partner, and it's been almost 6 years, more than 6 years we have been together, and we have made a change in group training and the group classes. Our focus wants to be a little bit on now individuals, individual growth, how they are doing it, how to get them, how to use our success, our success of business, how we have done it. We want to give to fitness industry. Okay. And also for the members. Okay. Till now we used to reach through club owners. Okay. Now we are thinking a different way of how to reach to people. Okay. Because we feel that we can help them. Okay. So in both direction we are working. So 2020, our vision, it looks bright. Looks like we are going to do something, contribute to the fitness industry. Okay. We have done it till now, but we felt still we have not done enough. Okay. And I think 2020 we want to give a lot to the fitness industry. Okay. People connect to me a lot offline to see what is happening. So I have this issue, how can I sort it out? we want to come openly and say that we are there to you, to help you out. So let's see how it goes.
Okay, now that's interesting because when I spoke to Milind, he did talk about little bit that, like his analogy was Triofit was a caterpillar. 2020 we're going to be butterfly, which means we're flying, scaling at a different level altogether. And what do you think? Kind of, it's kind of a very big thing, very important that we're reaching out to trainers. I know how many people reach out to you for help, and now you're trying to put a structure together so there is a formal way of people to learn things that you learn.
Yes.
Because I think what Milind talked about, what you talked about, very few people in fitness industry know about it.
Yes.
Forget doing it, it's a second step, but people don't know. But till you don't know, you don't do it. So I think this is going to be a very interesting thing. I'm looking forward to it to see what
I myself am excited that how it's going to be, because one thing which I learned, when you know your future is you don't know anything much. You have only planned, but you don't know how it's going to come out. It's really fun. Okay. I have not thought about how it should look. I only want that this is what I want to do it. Now how it's going to turn out, we really don't know. So it's keeping us on toe, and it's really exciting. Every day when I get up, every day morning, there's so many thoughts comes in that, okay, this is what I want to give, this is what I want to do, it is amazing. The 2020 in January, from day one, my brain is clicking, and it's like so much is there that I want to see now how I'll put it across to the people. So me and Amil are working on it. So I'm hoping it should be come out good for us and for the people.
I'm sure it will. And what you talked about, especially the number of thoughts coming in, and I think it's a good problem to have, because see, there are times where you don't have thoughts, you don't know what to do, whereas now what you're talking about and what I was speaking to Milind is you have things in place. It's just like doing 1, 2, 3, you have things which you want to do. So it's a better problem to have rather than not having.
We are enjoying, we are having a pressure now.
Okay.
As early as possible we release it, as we release to the world, and it will be like good for us. So we are working on it. So wait and watch. The next 2-3 months it has to roll out. Okay. So we are excited.
Awesome. So that's something I'm looking forward to. I want to see how that butterfly, what colors does the butterfly come up with?
Fly high. That's
absolutely. So personally for Pratik, what is in 2020? Now we talked about Triofit. I spoke to Milind. He talked about what Triofit is looking for. That's from the business point of view. But from personally, what are you especially looking forward to? Is there something special that you're looking forward to from personal point of view 2020?
I think I want to have a balanced life. Okay. Till now I never had a balanced life. I was either doing in one part of my life was good, another part I was not good. But I met good people in 2019, a lot of good people, and they made, when I saw them and the way they live their life, it is also balance, and I have a son who is 4-year-old, and my dad, mom are in Mumbai, and my family, my sister, all are in Mumbai, and so I have to learn now how to balance everything with my vacation, with my business, with my workout, with my son time. How I'm going to, because he's going to learn. I understood that he learns from me. He copies from the way I sit, the way I talk, the way I walk, and so if I don't spend much time with him, it will be a challenge for him. Then my wife has to get time. So mommy should get time enough of myself, my own time, my parents. So I think my focus of 2020 is to have a balanced life. That's my clear way of looking at life ahead. I'm going to enjoy my life more than what I did till 2019.
Okay, awesome. So now a very interesting question. Fitness Bonk. So we know Pratik, Pratik is also known as Fitness Bonk. So who gave you that name?
My partner Milind gave me a name.
Okay.
And my wife also believed in that, because I keep giving gyan to her, and she always feels that everyone comes and talks to you and they want to share their problems, and then you sit and spend time on solving their problems. So you are like that, you calmly listen to them and help them. So you are a Baba. So in that term, Milind gave me name of Fitness Monk. He said that you upgraded so much knowledge in yourself, you keep talking to it. So sometimes it gets over his head. I said, Pratik, what you're talking? I said, if I have something in my brain, I feel that I should put it out.
Okay.
If I don't use it, it's a waste for me.
Okay.
And I think that's where it name came from, Fitness Monk, from Milan. And he keeps telling me, use that hashtag when you're putting anything on social media. So I've started doing that.
Okay, so that's interesting. One thing that you said is, you keep sharing what you have. So now, isn't there in some kind of insecurity which comes out saying that if I tell people what I know, they will take away something?
Look, every human being has that insecurity. You need to come out of it.
Okay.
Every human being has. I also had it when I started my career. But as time progresses, I realized that if I keep putting in my brain and if I don't share it, I'm not going to add new things in my life.
Okay.
Plus, if I have a success story in my life and I've done better in my life, I can help someone else. Okay. At the age, now I'm 43, I realize at that time began when I realized that it's a time where I should give to people. It's a time now to give to people, a time now new guys, when you ask questions, I should tell openly this is what it is. This is the secret of how to understand human body. This is the secret how you design a program. This is the way how you sell yourself. And I think I want to leave a legacy behind when I go out, that people should remember me for that. That's my specific goal, a purpose of my life. I should leave legacy behind where people say that this is the guy who helped me in my career. This is the guy who changed my way of thinking, my way of fitness. And my dad always says, when you walk on the road, it's not about how much money you make, it's what you talk about, people talk about you. Okay. So that's what I realized, and then I started talking to everyone, whatever I have, I just give it to you, take it. And make your life better than what I have done, and I'll be very happy. I'll be proud to see people doing better.
That's interesting, and that's awesome. I know how many people have spoken to you, including myself. So that's good, that's interesting. A lot of people don't think that way, and it's good that you think that way. The kind of knowledge that you have, the experience that you have, and what you're looking forward, and what you said some time back is you don't want people to repeat the mistakes that you make. So that kind of squeezes the timeline for their success. Like, if it was going to take 5 years, avoiding mistakes, it would end up taking 3 years. Yes. So that's a lot of learning that comes out. So now, Fitness Monk, we've never seen Pratik getting angry. Does Pratik get angry?
I used to get angry. I just got married, and that 1 year time of balancing life, I was a very angry person, and life situation when happened with fitness, I was out of fitness first and I was doing nothing. Then the Triofit came in my life. I was a very short tempered person because nothing was happening right in our life. But one thing which I realized is getting angry on people is not going to solve the problem, because when you get angry because you are not able to solve the problem, or you feel you are incapable, or your thought process is not right. So I start working on my thought process. I start working on my meditation. I do everyday meditation. That's where it helps me a lot to understand myself, and my self-talk has changed a lot. Okay. It changed a lot. I think once I became a father. Okay. Because I realized that in front of him I got anger, and he picked up my body language, and he showed same anger to her mom, which I felt really bad to see that my son picked up that angerness, which one of the day it was. Then I said, no, I don't want to get angry on anyone, and which it affects my own body. I think when you're angry on someone else, actually you're affecting your own body and your own mindset, which I realized, and I said, no, I should not get into all these things. I don't get into arguments only. I understand people, and I see whatever person you are. If you like this way to talk, I will talk like this way. If this is the way he talks, I don't keep ego nowadays in my life, because I think I've grown enough older now to understand that ego is not going to help you. I think ego brings angerness also, and when you're not clear in your life, purpose is not clear, I think angerness comes. So I think I've overcome it. I'm relaxed now. I know what is my goal, what I want in my life, and I don't take stress. So I don't get angry. I don't get irritated also. It's okay.
So that's why a monk, a fitness monk.
I just chill. My favorite pastime sometimes is watching cartoon with my son, which makes me relax. Or I just sit alone and think, is it good to spend time on such things? If not, move out. So that's what way I am.
Alright, so that was good. So before we close this I'm sure a lot of people are going to watch this and they want to follow you, they want to reach out to you. What social media networks are you on where they can reach?
I'm everywhere, but I'm not active. But as I said, my New Year resolution is very clear that I'll be active on social media. I'll be in Facebook. I have account on Facebook. You can connect to. I always answer on the Facebook if someone asks, but I don't post anything. Okay. So on Instagram also you can connect to me. After I'll pass on my number to you if you want to give one numbers to the audience. You can give my number, my email ID. They can connect to me anyhow. I don't think you should think once also before connecting to me. I will definitely reply back end of the day, or if I'm free on the spot I can call you back and I talk to you. So I think you can connect anytime, audience.
All right, awesome. Yeah. Thank you for that. So yeah, what we're going to do is we'll put the link of Facebook, Instagram and email ID out there, so you guys can reach out to, and I'm sure he's going to reply because
yes,
nobody else other than me knows how many questions I would have asked him and how many times he would have replied. I'm sure sometimes he gets tired, but I don't get tired.
No, it's not tired.
Asking questions.
I will never get tired to answer the questions. I'll be there. It's just a matter of whether I have time on that time period or not, but I'll definitely answer to anyone's questions.
Absolutely. So answer is guaranteed. It may not be immediate, but you will definitely get the answer. So thank you for watching this. All the details are going to be there in the description. So we're going to have more guests coming in, sharing more value. Best of the fitness trainers and coaches are going to come on this platform to help you, one, with your fitness, and if you are a fitness instructor, to become healthier and fitter and make people healthier and fitter. So subscribe to this channel and we'll see you then.
Thank you.